Hey, Raw Nation, it's your girl, Rena Elise, and we are back with another episode of Raw Conversations. Today, I want to talk to you all about why you might not be elevating in life the way that you want to or at the speed that you want to. And I think we all can relate to just like wanting to be better, wanting more for our life, wanting to be ahead of where we were last year, and just reaching new heights and reaching new goals. I want to first speak to the people who feel lost. Feeling lost is so normal that it should literally be top 5 of mental struggles or illnesses, because it is such a normal thing alongside of anxiety, depression, or confusion, or just not feeling like yourself. I think that being lost it can kind of get labeled as a bad thing. It is, but it also isn't at the same time. It's not something wrong with you, but it's something happening to you or happening for you. I think personally for me, I am in a space where I'm kind of feeling a little bit lost, a little bit like confused on where I'm going in life and what's actually about to happen. But I think that feeling lost is a good thing. I think that feeling lost means that deep down your spirit knows that you want something else, but your flesh or your body is kind of confused on which route you should take on how to get there and what you should leave behind. When feeling lost, I feel like you should kind of talk to yourself a little bit more. Now, this can be labeled as top 10 or top craziest things you could do. Talking to yourself, to me, is very healing. I feel like you don't really understand what you're going through until you ask yourself questions or you hear yourself say things out loud like, okay, maybe I'm really tripping, or maybe I don't feel as lost as I really think I am. When I talk to myself, the things that I like to do is ask myself, what is wrong? What's wrong and why am I feeling the way that I'm feeling? What are my triggers? What is getting me to this point? I love asking myself questions because a lot of times we sit around and we wait for somebody to ask us what's wrong so we can vent and say it all out. But a lot of times those things that we're feeling, other people have never even felt. So they can't really help you with what you're going through, or they don't really relate to you as a person. So they can't really talk to you about your problems or even understand your problems, let alone sometimes they really just don't care. To me, being lost aligns with you on your way to elevating to a new path, a new journey, a new thing in life, because it lets you know that things are changing. You're not feeling how you used to feel. You're not experiencing the things that you used to experience. You're not talking to the same people you used to talk to. You're kind of at a standstill. Okay, like, where do I go from here? Do I go backward or do I go forward, or do I stay still? And I think for a lot of us, we tend to go backward and stay still because when you feel lost, you're trying to feel familiar again. And instead of feeling familiar, I think that we should all kind of go forward and try to feel new or different or just change. I think change scares a lot of us because we're not sure on what is going to happen when we get to that next journey. And I think for me personally, I'm open to new journeys. I'm open to new things. But when I get in a space where I'm feeling lost, I tend to get stuck. I don't go backwards. I don't go forward. I stay still because I don't know what to do. I'm lost. So now that I'm able to understand exactly what being lost is and realizing that it's not something that's hindering me or something that's ending my life or my life is over or I'm not moving at the pace that I want to move to, it's showing me that my elevation is actually starting to happen. It's actually closing a chapter of my old life or my old journey, and it's moving me to a new direction. Yes, I'm going to feel lost because I'm not familiar. I'm not used to this area that I'm in life. I'm not used to these things or these people. So yes, I'm going to feel lost. And yes, I'm going to feel confused, but that's a good thing. I think that we always correlate being lost as a bad thing. And I think that's kind of what messes us up a lot of times, and not being able to move forward or not being able to push to on the next level, because we're looking at us being lost as like the worst thing in the world. Like, oh my gosh, I'm lost in my life. What do I do? No, I think that being lost is a way for us to push forward and to elevate. Closing out my point of feeling lost, I like to ask myself, what is holding me back? What is stopping me from actually going forward? What is it? Is it my friends? Is it my family? Is it me? Is it this job? Is it these kids? Is it the house? What is it exactly? And I'm not saying you have to get rid of it, but that's something that you probably need to tackle and learn how to navigate so that when you do move forward, it can be a seamless transition. I think another big thing that makes a lot of us not move forward in life and stops our elevation is not prioritizing our priorities. When you don't prioritize the things in your life that are a necessity to moving forward, you start to become overwhelmed. You start to become anxious. You start to feel depressed. And it's only because you are so focused on other things, and deep down, you know that you need to prioritize these things to move forward, that it's starting to create a lot of internal struggle. Your spirit is calling on you, but your flesh is not answering. So a lot of times that can create you to be conflicted on what to really do and cause a lot of anxiety. Trust me, I used to suffer from anxiety so bad that I would have panic attacks in public. Very embarrassing. I would have moments to where it's like I have to just get away from everybody because I'm losing it on the inside. I'm losing it here because a lot of times I was in spaces that I didn't need to be or doing things that I didn't need to do because I don't know, I'm bored. I'm still trying to get those feelings of adrenaline and get those, like, I don't know what to call it, but just get those feelings of where I'm feeling like a life high, a natural high, and sometimes even a substance high. And that caused me to go into a very depressive state for years and not really doing the work and looking inside and saying, what is wrong with you? I was stuck. I was not moving forward. I was sitting there like a deer in headlights, like, okay, I'm stuck, but I don't want to go back. I'm scared to move forward. We just gonna be here. And that caused so much anxiety and depression and just feeling overwhelmed and conflicted with who I am and what I really wanted to do because I was what? Uncomfortable? Moving forward in your life and elevating is not going to be easy. When you are going to reach a new height in your life, you have to understand that this is new for you. This is something that you have never experienced. So you're not going to feel normal. You're not going to feel how you felt 2 years ago. You're not going to feel how you wanted to feel, how you felt on the best day of your life, baby. There are more better days to come. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. That's what I'm trying to get you to realize. There are better days to come. So you can't just sit back and reminisce on things that you used to have or you used to feel and say, okay, well, I don't have those things or those feelings anymore. Like something must be wrong. No, we're going to experience something better. And for me, that's something that I really just came to the realization. And a lot of times I don't let y'all know this, but a lot of these videos that I make on certain topics is because I just experienced it and I just had an epiphany. And now I'm trying to give that same knowledge back to somebody else because I did watch a couple of videos that helped me get out of that. I did see some seminars or listen to some TED Talks that helped me get out of that. And I want to make sure that I'm giving that back because this past 2-3 months, I was so just like, I want to say lost because I was elevating and I felt things in my life change. I seen things change. I'm getting more collabs. I'm getting deals. I'm working with companies. I'm working with different businesses. I'm just elevating in my career and content space. And I'm also kind of reminiscing on like what my life used to be like. And if I say it out loud to anybody, it sounds crazy. Like you want this certain life, you're starting to get it, but now you're dwelling on what you have. Don't y'all remember Lot's wife? Like, what happened when she looked back? My girl turned into a pillar of salt. And when I started to look back and reminisce on things I used to have and how I started encountering so much money and I had to rebrand my life and rebuy my life with money instead of doing what I wanted to do with it, I started to have a very salty experience. I started to look and see, like, from the outside looking into myself, a lot of things crumbling and falling to the ground and me not having as many opportunities as I was having at a time when I wasn't reminiscing, and me not being able to experience some of the things I experienced because I'm so stuck on what I had or how I felt or what was then and not what is now, that a lot of things started to slow down for me. And now I'm salty as hell. I'm like, dang, maybe I should have shut up and been grateful for the transition in my life or the elevation in my life and the new things that are to come. Even though I wasn't sure, I'm not familiar with them, my life is changing, and that's okay. That's good. That's what we want. We don't want to be in the same space we was 2 years ago. And I wasn't. And I was, I don't know, being ungrateful, and they got taken away from me. Like, you have to understand that things are not going to be as they seem. And sometimes the grass is just not greener on the other side. And I didn't realize that until I was back on the other side. Like, wait a minute, come back and get me. Like, don't leave me over here. I don't want to be on that side anymore. And I think that a lot of times we do have to experience certain things to realize that that isn't for us. And that mindset doesn't do us any good anymore. If I was still thinking the way that I was thinking then, I wouldn't be where I am now. And so I really just wanted to come to y'all and let y'all know that it's okay for change to be happening. It's okay for things to not feel familiar as they once were. But you do need to stay focused and prioritize the things that you need to get done so you can feel that peace, so you can feel that completion, so you can feel that sense of success and accomplishment. You don't want to be overwhelmed, underworked, and depressed because you're not sure what you should do, you need to focus on your priorities. Prioritize the things that are important. Prioritize the things that are going to get you to the next level. Make a list, stay focused, create goals. And don't just create goals and have goals. Create plans, create steps to implement into those plans to get into those goals. Make sure that you're focused on the things that and the people that are going to elevate you in your life. When you start to feel overwhelmed, in my mind, you have two choices. But before you make one of those choices, you have to pray, you have to meditate, you have to reach the source that connects you to your life, and you have to say, what should I do? You have to sit still sometimes and try to figure out where you need to go. Do you need to sit still for a minute? Do you need to go back and figure out what was going on and close some doors? Or is it time to move forward? And I think that we need to sit and be like, you know what? Help me. It's okay to ask your source for help. It's okay to call on God and say, hey, God, I'm lost. I don't know what to do. That's what I did because I just did not know what to do. I was very lost. And then when I started to open my heart and I sat still and realized what exactly happened and how I was being ungrateful of my blessings and I was so focused on what I had and not appreciating what I have, that's when I was able to actually move forward. And once that happens, I feel like you'll be able to make a decision and you'll be able to sit with that decision. If you haven't noticed, I haven't gave you a exact reason on why you can't elevate. I'm giving you ways to help you through your elevation. These are things that you may need to do to get you to that point. Man, this video may not have been for you or what you wanted to hear, but I do think that we have to also understand that in every step in life, there's a journey, there's a process. And when you are in those processes, you do have moments where you can't think. You do have moments where you're unsure or where you don't know. And me personally, I had to take these steps and navigate through this process to understand why I wasn't elevating. And now that I understand it, now I can actually move forward and actually take the next step into my new journey in life. But I encourage everybody to do the inner work, do the thing that is hard. Don't always make the steps that is easy. It's easy to just be like, well, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to do me. It's easy to say, you know what? I don't even care anymore. This is too much. That's easy. The hard thing is actually taking time to realize what's going on with you. The hard thing is actually taking time to pray, sit, and maybe fast or take some time and sit down for a couple of days. Write down your thoughts, write down your feelings and figure out what's going on with you to where you're stuck or you feeling lost. Overcome your struggles with a clear mind. You don't want to feel jumbled up or confused or anxious in making those decisions. That's not a healthy way to make decisions in life because a lot of times we look back like, dang, I shouldn't have done that, or dang, I shouldn't have said that. You want to take time for yourself and clear your mind, clear your thought process, and sit down with yourself and say, what do I need to do now? How can I better myself? What I want to close out with y'all is to give yourself grace. Don't be so hard on yourself. When you feel lost, know that it's okay. You don't always have to have it together. You don't always have to elevate like that. You don't always have to know how exactly you're going to move to the next level in your life. It's okay to go through that process a little bit longer than the last person. It's okay to go through that process a little bit longer than you did last time. It's okay to sit with your thoughts sometimes. Give yourself some grace and be easy. Let yourself know that it's okay and that you are going to make it. And you're going to make it at the time that you're supposed to make it. Knowing that whatever God has for you, you're going to get to that point no matter what, is what you need to remember and you need to stick by. With that being said, thank you so much for watching this episode of Raw Conversations. My name is Rena Elise. If you all have any ideas, topics, or struggles that you are dealing with that you want to talk about, drop it down below in the comment section. If you relate to this video or if it helped you, drop that down below in the comment section. I want to make sure that we're building a community within each other. And I want to make sure that I know who I'm reaching. I want to talk to y'all. I love being able to connect to you all in ways that people were never able to connect to me. So I want to make sure that I'm creating a space or a safe environment for you guys because I didn't have that. So now that I'm able to share my life journey with you all, it just feels so good and I'm so blessed. I'll see y'all in the next episode. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that ding, that bell so you can get notifications whenever I am posting something new. And bye.